NFL football.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys have the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, but I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Love now. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. To the air again, Love. And his throw is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd.
Throwing again. Love setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Well, for the Seahawks and Packers, the two winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up. And during that decade, Seattle 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these two, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago as well. And it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Davante Adams and Aaron Jones, who beat the Seahawks 28-23. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Alexander.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Ball carrier.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got 1 there.
first down, it's Taylor.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Taylor's pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll look to throw again.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 8 catches, 84 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Whitaker. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. And a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Packers nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of the team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they have 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 16 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so that some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Love from the gun. Oh, got lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
To throw again on second down. Taylor, he's going to take off with it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
He'll try and run it.
Taylor on the keeper.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Now this one complete on the slant route.
Taylor.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers. Alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Covered by Jair Alexander.
Again, it's Taylor. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packers ready to take over offensively.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
1st down, Love to pass. This one hauled in by Sample. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Packers nothing.
Now Love. Slant to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. On the counter, here's Jones. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is incomplete. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Working out of the gun, Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. The gun, it's Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. Throw left side complete. That's Whitaker. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
Packers nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Love firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Packers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here.
Well, Bob, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
That's good.
We'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st down going to the air with Love. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Love. That's complete to the tight end Sample. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
Aaron Jones.
Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up
on the delay, Jones. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's J.K. Scott now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
At the 17-yard line.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Seattle.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Leonard Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Carson. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Taylor's going to keep it himself, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. But the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Making the catch is Sternberger. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. McKinnon here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent...
Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jones.
10-yard line.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devontae Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll drop to throw.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. If they want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play.
Second down. Love.
45-yard line.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Yetur Gross-Matos. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Yards. Brings up third down.
Third and long for Love. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special...
Under pressure, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the...
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
And that will make this a 4-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. On the return, here's Hall. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did. Okay. It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Gordon would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine. And you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
On first down. It's Carson. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up second.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. That ball complete to Isabella.
Taylor's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
This is Whitaker. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it third and goal. On third and goal, Taylor. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
On for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
Packers 17.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Seahawks 16.
Love now to pass on first down. Underneath into the hands of Sternberger. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
And 2 at the 30.
This is Jones. And he's going to be forward for about 5, and that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
10 at the 46-yard line.
On first and 10, Love to the tight end and complete. It's Sternberger over the middle.
Complete to
a gain of 6 there on first.
It's a
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
On the Seahawks 34-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 30. The Packers on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing. Love. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
On the ground, Whitaker. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this.
Taylor on the keeper. He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space.
And he lost the football. game they needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Third down. 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Taylor. He'll hit Whitaker in the flat. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 18.
Again, it's Jones. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now Love. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers puts it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
By the Seahawks.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
They run again with Carson.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now 4th down.
4th down, here's Taylor. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is up to 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to the air, Taylor after the pick-6. He'll find Metcalf.
Taylor's pass.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Taylor, this one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And they take a knee. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And they will take a knee here. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Down to a knee goes Love, and that should be the final act of this football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play